This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. Thanks for joining us on the second day of the Matter era.
That's right.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yes,
Here I am.
there you go.
It is hot outside, though, this morning.
Yeah,
when
it's
I
kinda
left for
sticky.
work this morning, it was kind of humid.
It's very humid, actually. Frontal boundary still sinking southward across the state of Florida. We're in that warm, muggy sector. So, consequently, fog is an issue again this morning. It hasn't really formed all that much yet, but we still have the potential for it. So as you're out there driving around, out and about, watch for the possibility of some of those fog banks coming up on you kind of quickly. Down to the south of us is where the fog is thicker. We've also had some rain showers in North Florida along that frontal boundary. Some of them pretty heavy, 3 to 5 inches of rainfall in Polk County. Yeah, we haven't had a whole lot around here, but we still have the potential, about a 10% potential of seeing a scattered shower or two as the front works its way south of us. Daytime high today, again, will be warm. As Jacqueline mentioned, we're coming in at around 78 degrees for a daytime high. It was 91 degrees in Fort Myers yesterday. Crazy hot. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at the Suncoast roadways. Well, there's actually more volume than normal at this time of the morning. You see there on 301 headed northbound as you approach State Road 70. A little bit of volume. Not usually seen at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then in Sarasota County, no volume at all. Not a lot of people on the roadways, although there definitely is more so than usual because the last couple days coming to work, I've seen a lot of cars, which is not usual either. But I guess with everybody here in town for the holidays.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I haven't been here for many days, but I've seen an increase in traffic as well, just over in the morning time when we're on our way here to work.
Yeah, just on my street, I've seen 4 or 5 cars both the last couple mornings, and I don't usually see that many on the way, all the way to work. But,
Right.
So yes, people are here, and it is Christmas week, so I'm sure that has
Exactly.
a lot to do with it. Now, topping our news this morning, the controversy over the Siesta Promenade at US 41 and Stickney Point Road in Sarasota continues.
From zoning issues to a nearby homeless camp, there are several concerns. ABC 7's Ray Collins has the latest.
US 41 at Stickney Point. It's busy, and that's why developers want to build there. It's busy, and that's why neighbors say enough is enough.
It's going to make it horrible. If traffic is bad now, and I know what it's like getting onto the quay, can you imagine what it's going to be like after that?
Jackie is among those who came to a workshop Monday night, sponsored by Benderson Development. Plans at one point involved 500 condos, which is nearly twice as many as zoning allows.
They should only put there what they're entitled to based on the commercial general zoning, which is 13 units per acre, not 25 units per acre.
But get this, Benderson's Todd Mathis says those numbers might be changing.
So it's really the first step in a long process. Even though we've been at it for a long time, we got reset by the commission and we're seeking feedback.
So you're not locked into those numbers?
No, not at all.
It's all garbage.
Back at the property, neighbors around the now empty land owned by Benderson showed us where the homeless have set up tents and belongings.
I want to be on the news.
You will be.
We even encountered several of them returning to their makeshift neighborhood.
I hadn't heard any of that, but certainly if there's a property management issue, we'll take care of it right away.
And while Mathis takes care of that right away, Kochman is bracing for what happens next on this property.
It's a hot potato.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And Sarasota County Commissioners have approved a new community youth plan. Because of this unanimous decision, funds can be set aside to further the growth of our young people.
And to make those changes possible, the county's approving a $165,000 contract with the organization Scope, also known as the Sarasota County Openly Plans for Excellence Group. Together, commissioners and members from the organization will develop a detailed plan of action for work that can be done within the next 2 years. Scope is primarily concerned with identifying the specific needs that must be addressed within the community. Some previous data they have gathered includes information regarding suicide among teenagers, problems at home with substance abuse or neglect, and also homelessness and poverty concerns, all of which are extremely important to commissioners as they move forward in fighting to prevent those issues.
And in Palmetto, Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant is sharing how the city is currently planning to handle medical marijuana dispensaries in the area. She says the board has been ahead of the curve since 2014 when medical marijuana was first placed on the ballot. Since the vote to legalize the drug came to be last month, the commission has ironed out the guidelines for the coming dispensaries.
We were just trying to be proactive and protect
everyone involved, because we felt like that was the best direction, because we felt like it was coming down the road and something that we needed to deal with. So we just went ahead and dealt with it in 2014 so that people had a clear understanding about the city of Palmetto.
Since medical marijuana is still not legal on a federal level, Bryant says the restrictions are a little tighter. A dispensary would be a cash-only business with no alcohol or marijuana consumption on site and is not allowed to open within 200 feet of a school or residential area. And this has actually been a question I've been asking since, is that she seemed to know, like, okay, it might be coming. It's been on the ballot, might be coming. We should probably have a plan. Everybody else is now asking for moratorium, saying, you know, we don't know, we need time to figure it out. But I thought it would all have been figured out by now.
Interesting.
So Mayor Groover, Shirley Groover Bryant gets a little star of the day.
Yeah, there we go. We're all getting stars of the day today. Well, in Manatee County, a faithful fire rescue chief is now retiring.
Yes, indeed. This decision coming after almost 14 years of service as the chief to the community. Now, Byron Teets joined the fire department back in 1984. 32 years ago, when the East Manatee District annual budget was just $108,000. The department now has grown to 6 fire stations and a $12 million budget. Many say the chief played a big part in the fire department's development, but the chief, well, he's thinking more about those relationships that he developed there.
You know, when you work someplace for so long, they become a second family. It's definitely been a roller coaster. I think excuse me, I think the district will be left in good hands.
His replacement at the East Manatee Fire, as the East Manatee Fire Chief, will be Deputy Chief Lee Whitehurst, who is now not the Deputy Chief, but now the Chief. So, good luck to him. And residents living in a quiet Venice neighborhood fed up with the noise coming from a nearby park.
Now Venice police are enhancing their presence to try and fix the problem after having known about these issues for years. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo has the story.
Residents living next door to South Jetty Park in Venice are sounding off about all the noise.
You hear it and it wakes you up and you think, you know, what in the world is going on out there?
For Adele Bowen, it's a constant nuisance.
They come very fast up and down Tarpon Center Drive, and they go out onto the jetty, and at night they play games about zooming around to see how fast they can spin their cars around out there.
Venice Mayor John Hollick says this is a problem the city has tried to address for quite a while.
Whether it's speeding, whether it's open containers, drinking, relatively hard to catch someone when you get a call. By the time you get there, they're gone.
So, for the last few months, Venice police have beefed up bike patrols and plainclothes operations in the area, resulting in some citations and a few arrests. Hollick saying the department not only concentrating on enforcement, but education as well.
We don't want to arrest people. We don't want to issue tickets. We're not out there to do that. We're out there to make sure that everyone has an equal chance of having fun, and that's those that obey the law as well as those that right now might be stretching the law.
And although residents appreciate the efforts, they say these problems are ongoing.
We're at a point where we don't know what more we can do. However, we understand in the near future things will improve.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7. Your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Dwayne. Indeed, the South Jetty is an issue. Residents, well, they're not happy about the noise. So police beefing up their presence a little bit. And due to many visitors being from out of town, Venice police have also released information about rules and regulations through social media.
Yeah, ultimately those changes are coming, but again, that process is taking a bit of time. And the Venice City Council is also listening to some concerns from locals regarding their annual holiday parade.
Yes, a couple people have raised the issue this week. Those on the council have agreed to explore whether the word Christmas should be reinstated next year instead of the word holiday. As I said, this discussion began after 2 individuals at a meeting brought up the topic. Those 2 people said they'd like the title be as it was 2 years ago. At that time, the parade had been known as the Venice Christmas Parade. But soon after that, city moved to change the title and move it away from any religious affiliations. Advocates for changing the name point out that Martin Luther King's birthday remains named after him rather than something like Civil Rights Day, even though he was a religious person. But I don't think that really equates with this. They think if the concept stands for one holiday, it should for them all. And well, Whether the community prefers to celebrate Christmas or other holidays, the Salvation Army is ensuring that families in need receive gifts to celebrate this wonderful time of the year. Today, they are distributing gifts from their Angel Tree and Adopt a Family programs. ABC7 has partnered with them this year to support the cause, with the goal to spread smiles to nearly 2,000 individuals. Man, such a feel-good time of year sometimes, and hopefully that everybody can be made to feel good, because sometimes it goes the other way as well. So when you can put a smile on somebody's face, makes it all worthwhile, right?
Definitely during the holidays.
Absolutely, absolutely. Not many days left till Christmas.
No, only what, 6, 5?
Yeah.
Somewhere I have a calendar at my house, but I keep forgetting.
And is John going to put a smile on all our faces with the weather report?
Yeah, are you?
Well, you know, it's not too bad. Not too bad, actually, considering a lot of the countries in the deep freeze. We're going to be enjoying some mild weather. So, you know, can't complain. We're going to be at about 81 degrees.
That's all right. That's a smile
Santa's
on my
going to be
face.
on Santa's going to be on the beach
Santa
instead of delivering toys.
Absolutely.
Wear shorts.
We'll have the forecast for you in a second.
And also still ahead, a new ordinance in Palmetto may be helping an area in the city get a facelift, but it could also be hindering businesses. God bless you, John.
And coming up within the hour, allegations made against the judge responsible for sexual assault. Convict Brock Turner's case has been reviewed. We'll tell you the outcome of the investigation on this controversial case. Stay with us.
Only Fiat gives you Italian engineering with a heavy dose of Suncoast style. So what are you waiting for? Hurry in for big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Fog is thick in a few places along our coastline, not too terribly bad, but inland it's forming a little bit thicker. In Punta Gorda, we have 0.25 miles, quarter-mile visibility, and in some locations it's denser than that. The further south you go, the thicker the fog becomes. I think this will be the last morning that we'll have those fog issues because our wind speeds are picking up as we head into the afternoon. East-northeast wind coming in at about 6. We have a 69-degree air temperature and a dew point, still warm, coming in at 67. Yesterday, our dew point, though, was at 72, so we are losing a little bit in terms of humidity slowly, and I think tomorrow it'll be a much less humid day. 71 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, the same Mayaca, Ditto Parish at 70, so's Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 71 in Northport, 70 in Inglewood, 71 in Venice, and 70 at Longboat Key. Punta Gorda comes in a little cooler at 66, hence a little more fog around there. A big ridge of high pressure, that cold dome of high pressure, producing about a 90% chance that 2/3 of the country will be freezing this morning. So that cold dome of high pressure is sinking southward slowly, but never quite makes it to us. But it is helping to push this cold front a little bit further to the south. And as that happens, we'll watch it continue to push our winds out of the northeast and draw down some drier air for us. It may also trigger off a scattered shower, too. Now, this is not going to be a real surge of cold air. The front is actually going to stick just to our south, and we'll wait for it to eventually wash away over the next day or two. Because it sticks just to our south, we get those clouds that lift up over that front. And so we have a period over the next day or two of seeing a little extra cloudiness around. Not much in the way of any kind of a rainfall chance. For us today, I'll put the rainfall chance at maybe 10%. And that'll be light rainfall, maybe a little patchy drizzle. That's about it, really. Otherwise, we'll watch that northeast wind draw down not only drier air, but slightly cooler air. It's certainly much cooler in the panhandle of the state. So we get slightly cooler today compared to yesterday by a couple of degrees. And we'll have lots of clouds around and an isolated shower possible, though the shower chance is not all that great. Winds out of the northeast consistently across our area currently, an indication that we're sort of in that zone of transition with this frontal boundary. And this tan contour that you see coming into the picture is some drier air aloft. And that'll be coming our way for tomorrow. So I think tomorrow we'll see a little bit more sunshine, especially in the second half of the day, than we are going to see today. We have a line of clouds that stretches all the way through the deep south and wraps back up around Texas. That is part of that frontal boundary sinking southward, and that's why I think maybe not Chamber of Commerce weather today, but still not too bad compared to other parts of the country. You can see a few scattered showers that have been around. Some heavier showers produce up to 5-inch rainfalls in some parts of north central Florida. We won't see anything like that. Northeast wind coming in at about 15 knots. Will be breezy this afternoon and evening. Overnight tonight, they settle down to about 10 to 15, and the forecast over the course of the week ahead calls for, well, temperatures will drop a little bit, but not all that much. And then as we head into the weekend, they'll warm back up. It'll certainly be pretty close to the 80-degree mark for Christmas. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways right now at 5:18. Everything is moving along. Like I said, a little more volume than usual, but no accidents or delays, nothing to write home about. Should be able to get where you want to go in Manatee County. And then as you take a look at Sarasota County, that too is moving along with maybe a little more volume down there on South Trail, just past Stickney Point Road. But not everything looking good for this time in the morning.
All right, well, city officials in Palmetto are getting closer to a decision concerning a new ordinance.
Yeah, their decision will affect whether or not the city will prohibit auto repair businesses in the area. ABC 7's Rick Adams has the story.
Well, there is now a push from the city to help beautify this stretch of the historic 10th Avenue West here in Palmetto. A big part of those plans would be to keep auto repair shops from being able to build on lots like this. The 10th Avenue West corridor from 17th Street all the way south to Riverside Drive at the waterfront is a primary focus for redevelopment and transformation. Palmetto city officials are close to making a decision on a proposed ordinance that would keep car repair shops and other open storage businesses from setting up on that stretch of the corridor. Daniel Gutierrez is a Bradenton resident who visits Palmetto a couple of times a week. He tells us he supports anything that will help improve the area, especially 10th Avenue West.
I see they're fixing it up little by little, and it's making everything look nicer than what it was before. You know, it looks more like you can come over and walk and get more freedom.
There has been a lot of mixed reaction about this ordinance, especially from auto repair businesses in Palmetto. Betsy Valova is an office manager with Keener Automotive. They're a repair shop that's been in business for nearly 30 years. Initially, they spoke out against this ordinance because it would have covered a much larger area. Now that it's just covering the 10th Avenue West corridor, they have better feelings about it.
They've shrunk it enough that it only affects a few shops, maybe possibly in the future. So I think the council did a good job of hashing it out.
Palmetto City officials say this beautification of 10th Avenue West is part of the state's Complete Streets program. Phase 1 of 6 is already in the works with the improvements at the waterfront. The other phases will be discussed and ironed out over the next 4 years, and that includes keeping auto repair shops away from that stretch of road.
You would have corridors for the pedestrians, the bicyclists, and try to kind of steer away from so much mobile traffic, and to steer into more of a walkability area.
A final decision on this auto repair shop and open storage ordinance is expected to take place sometime within the first 2 weeks of January. Reporting from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Wow, did you see that? Shirley's bucking for 2.
I know.
Two
She
stars
is a popular
day.
lady
Yeah, she
today.
is. Good job up there.
All right, well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. You might think your iPhone breaking is an accident, but new research suggests it may be because you want a new one.
Yeah, subliminal thoughts. And coming up at 5:30, some holiday troubles in California. The accident that left the lives of one driver and many others, well, and packages all over the roadway.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru has the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now, during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease a new Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Yeah, you're gonna see. I don't know how it was when you were in school, but when I was in school, it was like cardboard pizza and whatnot.
Right.
These lunches that they have, we have to look at every morning.
Fancy.
It make my mouth
Make me
water.
hungry.
Yes, my
Already.
stomach's growling. Yours too? That was yours?
It's already 5:20, only 5:24 in the morning, and I'm already hungry. That's not good. Well, it is 5:24 this morning, and if you're a fan of the game Minecraft, you are in for an early Christmas gift.
My kids are big fans. I don't know, his name is Scrappy Doo or something, the
I
host,
have
and they
not.
just sit there and laugh uproariously, my kids. ABC's Diane Macedo and Dennis Gibson have the details.
In today's Tech Bites, a new platform for the popular video game Minecraft.
It's now available on Apple TV. You can get the new version of Minecraft for $19.99, and it comes with 7 pieces of downloadable content so you can customize your creations.
If you're looking to grab Nintendo's NES Classic Edition before the holidays, today is the day. It comes preloaded with 30 classic Nintendo games.
Today, it's available for $60 in limited supplies at Best Buy, only in-store, not online. A study finds it's no accident that the number of iPhones that are dropped, smashed, or otherwise broken goes up sharply when there's a new model available.
It's called the upgrade effect. iPhone users apparently subconsciously need to justify getting the new version, so they just get more careless with the old one.
So there's an excuse for
You
all of
need to
it.
buy the new one if your old one's broken.
There you go. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Mucinex.
It's only lunchtime and my cold medicine's wearing off. I'm dragging.
Yeah, that definitely lasts a few hours.
Or take Mucinex. One pill fights congestion for 12 hours.
No, thank you very much. She's gonna stick with the short-term stuff.
12 hours? Guess I won't be seeing you for a while.
Is that a bisque?
I just lost my appetite.
Why take medicines that only last 4 hours when just one Mucinex lasts 12 hours? Start the relief, ditch the misery. Let's end this.
I told my mom I'm gift shopping at Burlington, and she said, "You buying everyone a coat?"
I'm getting her a watch.
Gift baskets, wireless, slippers, sweaters, toys.
All the name brands at a fraction of the cost.
I told you Burlington had more than coats.
I knew that.
Just press clean and let Roomba from iRobot help with your everyday messes. Roomba navigates your entire home, cleaning up pet hair and debris for up to 2 hours, which means your floors are always clean. You and Roomba from iRobot, better together.
ABC7 is proud to present Line Dance Central. Now you can learn popular country and not-so-country line dances from the comfort of your own home. Just visit mysuncoast.com, click on Entertainment, and you'll be kicking up your boots or flip-flops in no time. Brought to you by the White Buffalo Saloon and Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The year is winding down, and that means big savings for you during the Big Finish event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokees, or save big on a brand new 2017 Jeep Patriot. Stop by today and drive away in a new Jeep Compass for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
came in through the entrance, hit the sides of the barriers, and then carried on past us.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, developing details from the tragedy in Germany after a terrorist act at a Christmas market left 12 people dead.
And the Electoral College has officially cast their votes, but have protests against Donald Trump affected the outcome.
And what's happening right now is unacceptable, and they're children.
In Orlando, hundreds of travelers outrage the issue that may be keeping them stranded for Christmas.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
Along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. Thanks for joining us at 5:31 on this Tuesday morning, Tuesday, December 20th. We are inching
closer and closer.
Closer and closer
right.
to the big man. And
Hanukkah
comes
stuff.
down the chimney.
Yeah,
He will
right.
be here soon.
Got everything? Got it all ready to go?
I actually am. I shopped early, but having ADHD, I usually shop early and forget that I got things or forget what I got and go out
So
and buy
everybody
more.
gets two presents.
Yeah, pretty much.
I confessed to my mom and
Yes.
sister yesterday that I didn't have any presents yet, and they just kind of stared at me with a blank face, like, really?
So they went out. So they went out and got you some, and you meant no, I didn't buy any for you guys yet.
Like, sorry, gotta get on that. So we're going to the mall today.
Well, I think we have to conscientiously choose to just relax through this holiday period.
Exactly.
Even though everything, I still haven't got the tree decorated yet, but.
Oh gosh, Don.
Tree? I haven't even gotten the tree yet, so.
Okay. I feel better. Thank you, Don.
I have a tree.
I'm ahead of schedule.
It's all relative. All relative.
We got a little bit of fog out there this morning. Again, we're in the warm, moist, humid air, so visibility is reduced to a quarter mile in some locations. Watch for that, especially around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. That's where it's the thickest. We've got some rain showers in the center of the state. Don't think we'll have a whole lot of rain showers around here. I'll put the rain chance at about 10% today, but it'll be a warm one. Daytime highs again coming in the upper 70s, slightly cooler than yesterday, but still pretty warm out there compared to our average. Our daytime high normally would be about 72, so enjoy the warmth. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning at 5:32. There's, again, like I said, more volume this morning than normal, and we all saw it on the roadways coming to work. Right there at 301 as you head northbound, crossing State Road 70, there is more cars than usual, so if you want, that might be the area to avoid. Everything else is moving along as normal. 75 freely flowing. 41 looks pretty good. The bridges from Palmetto into downtown Bradenton also in Sarasota County is pretty free and clear, except on 41 right at Stickney Point Road, both north and southbound on the southbound side, or on the south side of Stickney Point Road. There's some volume. I'm not sure what it is. There's no accidents anywhere on the Suncoast to worry about. Just a lot of people here for the holidays, I think, right now. So topping our news this half hour, developing details overnight from the grim scene in Berlin, Germany. And then we have a live look here at the aftermath from the scene. A delivery truck plowed through a Christmas market, killing at least 12 people and injuring over 45.
Yeah, today German officials are investigating the crash as a presumed act of terrorism. ABC's Angelica Spanos reports.
Thousands were enjoying the open-air Christmas market in Berlin when the festivities turned to a horror scene.
It went just past me, past my girlfriend.
Monday night, a truck barreled into shoppers just a few days before Christmas.
It missed me by 3 meters, missed her by 5. It came in through the entrance, hit the sides of the barriers, and then carried on past us.
Police say the driver of this delivery truck filled with steel supports jumped the curb at a high speed and ripped through kiosks, crowds, and pop-up shops. A path of destruction left behind for first responders captured by eyewitness video. Officials say there were 2 people in the truck. One died in the crash and another fled the scene but was later captured. Berlin police say he was driving the truck. No word yet on their identities.
Anywhere where large numbers of people gather, you certainly have the potential for one of these types of attacks. That's what concerns law enforcement officials. The ease with which something like this can be done.
This is the second time this year a truck has become a weapon of destruction. In July, an ISIS follower rammed through a crowd at a Bastille Day celebration in Nice, France. Here at home, Homeland Security officials issuing a warning that holiday celebrations lasting through the inauguration could be targeted. And in New York City, the NYPD on alert at holiday markets with armed guards. The White House is condemning the rampage as an apparent terrorist attack, and President-elect Donald Trump is blaming it on Islamic extremists. Angelica Spanos, ABC News, New York.
And also developing, the Russian ambassador to Turkey was assassinated during a speech yesterday at a photography exhibition. Andrei Karlov was shot several times. The gunman was later killed by police. Russia's foreign minister saying the ambassador's murder will not impact the process of normalizing Russia-Turkey ties. This all happened on live television. The UN Security Council condemning in the strongest terms this terrorist attack and is calling for the perpetrators, organizers, and sponsors to be brought to justice. Also, within the midst of the violence, the Electoral College has officially cast their ballots for our new president of the United States.
President-elect Donald Trump still winning the presidency despite thousands of anti-Trump protesters who converged at state capitals across the country, with many people hoping to sway electors' votes. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joined with officials yesterday and has details about the efforts made right here in Florida.
I know over the past couple of months you have been inundated with a lot of sometimes harassing messages asking you to switch your vote.
Hillary Clinton supporters were looking to Florida's Electoral College as a last-ditch effort to prevent presidential-elect Donald Trump from taking office. For a Hillary victory, 37 electorals around the country would need to change their votes, but Florida's 29 state-selected voters stood their ground.
Let the record reflect that Donald J. Trump received 29 electoral votes for president.
Two Suncoast residents, Christian Ziegler and State Representative Joe Gruters, were among those casting ballots.
What most people don't understand about electors is the party picks them, and so what happens, the 29 guys that are voting and gals that are voting today are probably 100% hardcore Republican partisans, and so the chance of any of them going anywhere other than with Donald Trump would be very surprising.
But as the electoral voted, protesters were on hand voicing their concerns.
The stakes seem so much higher than they ever have before. I was very concerned, during Al Gore's election, with what happened in Florida, but I didn't think that, the whole country's future and our democracy was at stake. I do now.
Hillary Clinton is ahead in the popular vote by nearly 3 million votes. But Donald Trump won the state with just over 100,000 votes. And despite the protesters, electors say they were committed to following the state's will.
Every elector in Florida signed an oath under the penalties of perjury through a notary. So I think if you give your word and you're willing to have a notarized document with your signature, with your name attached to it, you should be bound by it.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Also new this morning, the judge in the Brock Turner sexual assault trial has been cleared of allegations of judicial misconduct.
Officials now stating no clear or convincing evidence of bias, abuse of authority, or judicial misconduct has been found in his case. Judge Aaron Persky faced fierce backlash for giving Turner just a 6-month sentence for assaulting an unconscious woman at Stanford University. Many people saw the sentence as too lenient and accused Persky of bias, even though the state judicial panel has come to a different conclusion. Many are still fighting for the cause.
We believe that he does not treat these crimes with the seriousness that they deserve. We believe that is wrong, and we believe that the voters of Santa Clara County will agree with us when they have the opportunity to weigh in.
Since the controversial case, Judge Persky has been transferred from criminal to civil court. He says he followed the probation department's recommendation for the sentencing of Turner.
In Florida, a woman accused of threatening the parent of a boy killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting has pleaded not guilty. She appeared in the U.S. District Court yesterday after being arrested earlier this month in Tampa. She is charged with 4 felony counts of transmitting threats to the father of 6-year-old Noah Posner, who died in the 2012 mass shooting in Connecticut. She said she made the threats because she believed the massacre was a hoax, which compounded the already tragic situation for the Posners and all the others as well.
Certainly. Well, some airline passengers in Orlando may end up being stranded there for days. Certainly not what anybody wants to hear for the holidays.
No, you don't want to just hang out and sleep around, sleep in an airport
It is
for the
Orlando.
holidays. Yeah, that's true. It's Disney World. What's keeping them on the ground is actually a winter storm that happened halfway across the country. Frontier Airlines canceled 70% of flights over the weekend after a snowstorm hit Colorado. Now, groups like this youth football team from Las Vegas are hoping to get home for Christmas.
People use Frontier because it's reasonable, but this is absolutely ridiculous. We've been trying to get children fed. We've been trying to figure out where we're going to house them because they've told us we can't leave until Thursday. It's an insult. It's an insult. And these boys work hard to get here. And what's happening right now is unacceptable, and they're children.
Frontier says many of its flight crews were snowed in after the storm, so they were not able to come to work. Efforts to get the travelers back home obviously are ongoing.
And I have been stuck in those snowstorms before. Well, travelers going home for the holidays are not the only ones running into trouble. Thousands of holiday packages have been damaged after a deadly crash in California this week. A delivery truck drifted off the road and crashed into nearby surroundings, including another vehicle.
Fire did an extensive search in the area. Doesn't look like there was anybody in or about that vehicle.
Since people believe the vehicle he hit was abandoned, no one else has been found injured, but the driver of the semi-truck was hospitalized and ultimately died from his injuries. In the packages, well, some survived, but others not so much.
Tragic situation all around.
Yeah, well, some people are making sure gifts make it home for the holidays by paying off layaways.
Yeah, that's been the ongoing thing. Only some of these not doing it for their own gifts, obviously, for strangers. They're paying it forward. Some call them layaway angels. People who come in the store and pay off the tab for someone else's Christmas layaway. It's the unexpected gift to people who might have trouble covering the holiday list for their kids.
There was a customer that had a layaway that one angel came in and paid off a large percentage of it, and then another one came in and paid off the finality of it, and they were pretty shook up in a good way when they came in and found out that they had no money left to pay and that their family was going to have all those presents for Christmas.
Clark says as stress can often overwhelm on the holidays, these layaway angels really help put the season in perspective. And we saw it yesterday with the Indianapolis Colts punter Pat McAfee doing, paying the electric bills with people who, may not, and they may not have their electricity turned off, Right. I mean, you talk about putting the lights out on Christmas, but it is such a good thing. But I really think I'm going to start buying all my things on layaway just in case somebody decides they want to pay it off.
Maybe a layaway angel will come my way.
Yeah, it seems like Walmart and Toys R Us are the two targets. So.
We'll go to Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great thing. We have some random act of kindness, I guess, in the forecast, too. We have some pretty nice weather shaping up for us for Christmas holiday. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh, there's nothing random about John's kindness. It just comes from the heart.
Oh,
coming up in Health Smart, some suspicious studies on sugar consumption are causing concerns, why some experts say they need to be reevaluated. So stay tuned.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in teamwork and building trust.
We believe every cloud has a silver lining.
We believe in treating everyone with respect.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, performance and peace of mind. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG has named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease a new Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Riding at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current conditions show dew points still high at 67, but not quite as high as they were 24 hours ago. That's helpful. We were in the 70s yesterday. Today, the dew points lessened a bit by a northeast wind. East-northeast wind coming in at about 6. Air temperature, though, still plenty warm at 69. 71 in Wauchula, 70 Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch. 71 degrees in Northport and Venice, 70 degrees in Inglewood and Longboat Key, and Punta Gorda comes in at 66. So we do have some patchy fog around. Watch for that this morning. Not as bad as it was yesterday morning, and I think tomorrow the chance of fog is going to be much less. High pressure, the dominant weather feature covering a lot of the country, a cold dome of high pressure with much of the area that you see as weather-free below freezing right now. So some very chilly temperatures indeed. Still have some lake effect snows ongoing, and an area of low pressure forming back to the west could produce, well, a kind of a travel nightmare for the day before Christmas. Christmas Eve. We'll see how it plays out, but that low will be ejecting out into the northern tier as we head into midweek and later week. High pressure for us pushes against a cold front and brings us a northeasterly wind for the next several days. In fact, that northeast wind may be consistent right straight into the weekend, which is a good thing for us, actually. It means lower relative humidities, less chance of fog, and slightly cooler for a couple of days anyway. We're looking at slightly cooler temperatures. Lots of clouds around, isolated shower. We could use a little cooler weather. I don't see any real cold blasts coming our way yet, though. And yesterday, Fort Myers was the hottest place in the country. So obviously, Florida, very, very warm right now. A wind out of the northeast is consistent today on all area reporting spots. So that's good news. There still is a little bit of red tide in our area waterways. So the Mote Marine latest volunteer reports indicate that Lido Key, Nokomis, and Minnesota Beach have slight amounts of irritant in the air. This is an updated report that is produced by Mote Marine each and every day that shows you exactly which beaches have the most effect from the red tide concentrations in the waters. The winds out of the northeast, though, are going to be nothing but helpful over the next several days, so that's good news. We have a little bit of cloud cover streaming across the eastern seaboard. That's that frontal boundary I just showed you. That'll be with us today, probably tomorrow as well, though tomorrow I think a little bit of drier air will give us a bit more sunshine than we will see today. We have some rain showers that have been pretty heavy in the center part of the state. Those are in the process of dying out. Don't see a big chance for rain for us today. We had some overnight in some places, and some of the roads might be a little bit slick this morning, so watch for that. Otherwise, just about a 10% chance of a scattered shower today. Afternoon winds will be breezy northeast, coming in at about 15 knots today, so watch for that. That'll give you a moderate chop on your bay and inland waters, and water sea heights will be 2 to 3 feet. We have a couple of tides to talk about. At 12:03 low tide. High tide comes at 6:23 and another low tide at 1:11. And the official Suncoast forecast shows some pretty nice weather in the week ahead. We'll look for temperatures in the mid-70s. I don't think you can beat that, really, with a lot of sunshine around. We'll start to warm up again as we get into the weekend with daytime highs near 80. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Well, now everything is looking pretty normal. Normal volume, not excess volume like we saw a little earlier, but for 5:51, everything is moving along, no issues or delays. And then Sarasota County, everything is looking pretty good there as well. Now, a new study on sugar should be taken with a grain of salt, they say.
Yeah, scientists are saying we may want to take another look at some fishy evidence first. That's because the study released yesterday says the official guidelines for how much sugar you should be eating may be wrong. The conclusion coming to be after scrutiny has risen about where the evidence for such guidelines come from. As some suggest, much of what we know about the subject comes from research funded by a nonprofit organization, but not just any of that group, one that is specifically known to have ties to Coca-Cola, Hershey's, and other food companies. The U.S. government recommends eating no more than 12 teaspoons of added sugar per day.
Wine is often touted as being good for your health when enjoyed in moderation, that is. But what about its effect on your waistline? According to doctors, wine can in some ways provide health benefits, but perhaps not enough to overcome what pounds it may add to your weight.
Wine has calories and lots of it. So for a lot of my patients, when they're trying to lose weight, I'll ask them to just kind of cut out alcohol for a few weeks and see if that helps, and it usually does.
Doctors say that if everything in your diet looks perfect, you're just not giving up the nightly 2 glasses of wine. Just try going down to 1. Also measure your wine at least once so that you always know where the stopping point is in the glass and aim to stay within that range each time. My cardiologist says that's really the amount of wine each day you're allowed.
What a Debbie Downer for this Tuesday. Wine and sugar cut out.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back with more news coming up.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
I'm Alan Cohn. Gun bills return to Tallahassee. State Senator Greg Stubbe is pushing for open carry in controversial locations. We'll have the details.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Only Fiat gives you Italian engineering with a heavy dose of Suncoast style. So what are you waiting for? Hurry in for big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Right, coming up at 6 o'clock, more details from the terrorist attack in Germany. The tragedy has left at least 12 people dead with many more injured. We'll have all that and many other stories coming up at 6.